Multi-club ownership is a common thing in modern football. But is it effective? Football is a game built in rivalry basis, which is the beauty of the sport. Most football fans only care about their teams alone and don't even bother with other teams owned by their owners. An example of this case is Arsenal. Arsenal and American club Colorado Rapids share the same owner, Croak Sports and Entertainment, but that's the only connection between the two clubs, no business or nothing else between them. Most Arsenal fans don't even know Colorado Rapids. The biggest multi-club system in the world currently is City Group, which consists of 81% of Abu Dhabi Group, owned by United Arab Emirates Vice President Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan. This group owns most teams than any other multi-club model. They have 100% ownership of English giants Man City, Australian club Melbourne City and also Troyes of France. They are also majority owners of Spanish club Girona, Palermo of Italy, Belgian second division team Bahia, Uruguayan club Montevideo City Torque, Brazilian club Lomel, Chinese club Shenzhen Peng City and Japanese club Yokohama Marinos. It's safe to say City Group have built a perfect multi-club model, owning teams and academies in almost every continent. The model has transformed the clubs they own, turning Manchester City into a European powerhouse and Girona to competing in Europe. Another multi-club system that has worked well is the Red Bull Group, which owns Leipzig, Salzburg and their feeder club Liefering, and also American team New York Red Bulls. This group has been a success, transforming both Salzburg and Leipzig into regulars in the Champions League. There is no doubt that this multi-club system has worked well and has managed to overcome the UEFA rule that limits two teams of similar owners from play in the same European competition. They have managed this through excellent structural change and other methods. Blueco multi-club model that owns Chelsea and Strasbourg is one that faced extreme backlash from both fans of the two sides. The project is still on implementation, and that's why it's still too early to call whether it's a failure or successful, but constant protest from both Chelsea and Strasbourg fans clearly indicates that it has started with a lot of negative responses. Blueco have plans to extend their multi-club empire, having been linked with purchasing Portuguese club Portimonense in the past. Blueco multi-club venture has had a rough start, but there is still a benefit of doubt as the owners remain committed to their long-term manifesto. INEOS multi-club ownership that consists of minority ownership stake of English juggernauts Manchester United and full ownership French club OGC Nice and also Ivory Coast team Racing Club Abidjan. This ownership has no positives to show so far, as they are yet to really transform OGC Nice into a trophy-winning team in a relatively easier French League 6 years after they purchased the club. Manchester United fans have not backed down from showing their frustration with INEOS despite being a short period since the ownership acquired the minority stake in their club. INEOS multi-club ownership has not provided instant success, but it's not fair to write them off completely, as this might change with time. The Pozzi family multi-club ownership owns Watford of England and Udinese of Italy and also owned Spanish club Granada previously. This ownership haven't managed to really transform the two clubs, but have created a connection between the two clubs, where the two teams have benefited doing business between themselves. Many players have switched between the two clubs and that has been significant. This ownership has not been so effective and not so bad also. Just an average outcome. Another multi-club ownership is the 777 Partners. This group owns Premier League club Crystal Palace, German club Hertha Berlin, Brazilian club Vasco da Gama, French second division club Red Star FC, and also a minority ownership stake at Australian club Melbourne Victory. These groups' ownership haven't really done much for these clubs, as none of them have transformed to challenging trophies. 777 Partners ownership is more of business-oriented rather than transforming their clubs into trophy-winning machines. On the business side, they have excelled with Crystal Palace, as the club has scouted amazing young talents and also made important sales over the past few years, like Michael Olise and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who earned the club good money from their transfers. The club has also avoided relegation for some years. However, the same cannot be said about Hertha Berlin, who suffered relegation recently, and also no much positives for the other clubs they own. These ownership hasn't achieved a lot, but is also part of the multi-club ownership system. Another multi-club ownership that doesn't have much to show for is Pacific Media Group. The Pacific Media Group owns English 3rd Division club Barnsley, French 3rd Division AS Nancy, Belgian 2nd Division club KV Estende, And also Danish second division club Esbjerg FC. The Pacific Media Group are there to just fulfill the role of being the owners of these clubs but haven't gone any extra mile with their ownership. These teams are lower divisions teams and it's hard and requires a lot to transform, but owning them alone is a big deal to the Pacific Media Group. The final verdict is that multi-club ownership has had a huge in football by creating connections beyond just one club and league. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more and also like and comment below what you think about these multi-club ownerships in football.